TGIF, and what's going on to Godlike? It's a Godlike Friday, and
Merciful
man,
heaven.
I'm glad it's over. What a week it's been this week, and I'm just so glad to be here with everybody and kind of share what's going on in the community. Let's address the panel first. Marcos, what's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Everything's going good, man. Glad to be here. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff came out this week and the week before and everything. So glad we can talk about it.
Awesome. We've had a lot going on in the background, a lot of chatter, a lot of sideshow, teasing announcements, just so many. We'll get to that here in a minute. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot going on. And of course, straight out of Noah's Ark, the bearded collector, Noah. What's going on, man? Thanks for being here. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, for sure, man. Happy to get into things tonight. So yeah, also a long day. So happy to be home and see what the new reveals were this week.
Yeah, I mean, there's been quite a bit of things going on, and I know Sideshow's been working on some things in the background, some things I wasn't really prepared for or ready for, and all of a sudden, boom, there's all these different things that just showed up, right? So we'll talk about those coming up, and then my main man, Freddie, what's going on, brother?
Hey man, happy to be here tonight. I do want to say, because it was on my heart to say it, prayers out to everyone in Japan. They got hit with an earthquake. I think it was like a 7.8. So I'm hoping that people are safe, that they find their family. I saw a video a day or two ago with a couple of collectors when they were showing their collections as well, like destroyed, because of the earthquake and stuff. And just watching some stuff with the wife, and it was just showing just the people's reaction. And I was like, man, that's like 8.0 almost. And I was like, yikes. So yeah, thoughts and prayers to them. If anyone's out there watching, prayers out to you. But hoping to get lost in, just talking about stuff we love tonight, and just chatting about our collection and enabling each other.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I did see that a few days ago that had happened, and a lot of really great Street Fighter players are up there right now playing in tournaments and things. So we definitely want to shout out to them and give their prayers to all collectors and players up there. Stay safe. So good call out, Freddie. Yeah. And then, of course, the man they even made an award out of, Mr. Kiefer. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening to all you guys. Glad to be here. I needed a pick me up. This week has been like crazy stupid. I've had dealing with electricians and plumbers, and I don't even want to think about it anymore. Just want to focus on hanging out with you guys and talking about statues and stuff we love.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our escape, right? This is what everybody comes. We just come together and talk about what we love versus it being something that we're dealing with, in our everyday life, which can be very hectic, especially mine right now. Very hectic and a lot going on. Everybody has, a work balance we have to have, right? And this is the way we come through and all come together. So it's just great. And then, of course, the Midnight Collector in the house this evening, Mr. Lane Kramer. Lane, thanks for joining, man. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I am so happy to be here because normally I don't get to talk about statues very, very often. That's why I'm always so jealous of FBJ, Marcus, and Alan, and all you gentlemen, because I don't buy as much because, unfortunately, as Freddie knows, I'm a Hot Toys collector primarily and everything. I turned to my dark side, going from statue collecting after 20 years to Hot Toys, and then I said, that's not enough to contain me. So I need more Polystone in my breakfast. So now I've gotten back a little bit more with some statues, but I'm much more reserved now. And then I watched also like Jimmy unbox one of those Berserk statues that he did a few days ago, and I go, F that for trying to move that. Or the big one was when I nearly bought Batman statue collector's pre-order from him of the Catwoman on Batpod because I really wanted that piece. I originally had the 6 scale, and then I saw the short video that showed it Anytime I see a box that has wheels on it, I know it's time to go. Nope, definitely not getting that. That is too big. I don't have space unless I want to move it in one of my apartment things. So it is fantastic to be here. And hey, if there's any time to appear, it's right now, because Sideshow Prime 1 has had some obviously some interesting things. You figure the end of a new 1 year marks a slowdown a little bit, and you have time to breathe for the new year. And then everybody, all the statue makers, just go, time to have some. You thought you were safe. You thought your wallet might escape. Oh, my friend, you walk down the dark path, and forever is it going to consume your wallet's destiny.
Yep, there's no stopping in this community, that's for sure. That's hot.
And we're going to talk about tonight what's one piece in your cart that you're thinking about in 2024, something that you're not sure of, or you're kind of like, man, I know I've got these other pieces come out. I don't know if I really need that, but it's in your cart and you've been really thinking about it. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And then, again, thanks everybody for being here and tuning in to episode 27. As Lane was talking about this week, if you didn't catch it, we had a unboxing of Berserk 1/3 scale from Prime 1. Let me bring this up here real quick.
Hey, Jimmy, you got a big fan in the chat right now.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, I see that, right?
Let me see here. Let me bring this up here real quick, and then we'll address the chat too.
And was that an alternate version of that armored? Was that a variant?
Yeah. There was two versions. Oh, here we go. There was two versions, and this was the unboxing of Berserk, the 1/3 scale from Prime 1, the Guts version. There was two versions. Alan, can you? What was the other version Alan called? I forgot.
Good question.
Um,
I was only focused on the Rage, which is the one you've got.
The Rage, yeah. And look, this is going to be on the. This is going to be. There's two versions. Noah, this is the Berserker armor. What's the other one called?
It was called the Unleashed.
The Unleashed. That's right.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Yeah, the Unleashed. So, and listen, my nephew Paxton is in the chat. So it's good to see you, nephew. We're going to talk about your statue or your hot toy you've been saving for. And we're going to bring it to the panel, and we're going to talk a little bit about it here in a minute, okay? So
Stepping right into my wheelhouse.
I know he's picked a good one too, so we're going to go over that here in a minute.
Thanks.
But this was the unboxing of the Berserk piece we had from Prime 1, and it was just. This is just a beast, man. It is so big in hand. I mean, anybody watch the unboxing, you can really see what how big this was with the sword and everything else. It's actually in the corner of my room on a pedestal now. And he's a big boy. He really is.
So cool looking, though. Like the armor and everything.
This boy stands 71 inches tall on the pedestal. So that give you an idea, like basically how big this is. And
that's ugly.
Yeah, this is a pretty gruesome piece, right?
Some apostles met the other end of Dragon Slayer. It looks like.
Yeah, man, the detail on the armor and what this the way this was laid out, the way the design was just perfect. Everything I love about the manga, it translated into the statue, and it's just fantastic. So good. This is one of my favorite pieces in my collection now, and the lineup feature is super cool. The helmet lights up, and so does the Berserk symbol, the brand of sacrifice.
Did they ever do a Griffith White Eagle in his White Eagle armor or anything like that in 3rd scale? I know they've got like that 6th scale, based off the cover artwork Murata had done back in the day coming.
They did a 1/4 scale as well that I've got, but they haven't done a 3rd scale yet.
Yeah, this
Another
is
company just announced a 3rd scale Griffith, though.
Yeah, and you know what? If they did, it would definitely sell, right? It would start to match the line.
Yeah.
Noah, if they made, what 1/3 do you want to see made by from Berserk?
That's a tough one. I think they need to do a Golden Age Guts from the first 13 chapters of the manga. They need to do a Golden Age Guts. I think that'd be great. I think it would maybe be better in a third scale and a quarter, just because it would probably look really good in a museum pose. But I think a femto would also be cool. But it would be nice to see them do a different character. So I'd say probably a Golden Age version of Guts.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. And it would start to introduce the line. I kind of want to see them do a new character this time around. I think Griffin would be good. I think Zod would be amazing too. And
Which version? Which form?
human
though?
form. Human form would be really good. That would look really awesome with the setup if you had started making a line of them. It kind of would remind me of the Predator line, how they have like just they all match together.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something to see. That'd be something really cool. Prime One's going hard, man, this year. I mean, they're not slowing down. They continue to amaze me with some great pieces. But this one here was just show stopping to see in person, and to have it get all set up, and glad we're able to do that on camera, live stream. So that was just awesome to see. This is a great one. Yeah, look, let's jump right into it. I did want to just talk about that a little bit, but Lane, you sent me a message today, right? And this was what you sent me while you sent me 2 messages. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. 2 of them. The first one was the big one.
Yeah, let me start right here. What do we have here, man? A new Poison Ivy coming in from Prime One. What's cool is that this is from the Arkham line, and is it just me? I thought the Arkham line was complete. It was done.
Well, this is one they canceled originally
Because
they didn't get enough pre-orders on it. And I'm speaking secondhand for this because I wasn't like collecting Prime One when this was originally available, but it was canceled. A lot of people have complained over the years. That's why I was asking a little bit backstage and stuff. I was wondering. So I guess at first I wasn't sure if this was actually like real or not, but apparently it is. They're going to bring this piece back, put it up for pre-order. They said it's going to be more expensive, whatever the top thing there has posted. But they're going to be bringing this back, 150 pieces, so it's going to be very limited, which I think we can say for a lot of their pieces, that seems to be a lot of the yes these days from Prime One for a lot of pieces. It's going to be more expensive, I guess, than its original pricing, and it's going to be available for people to pre-order and try and get it, to complete their Arkham City lines and stuff. But like we were talking about too, we've had a lot of Poison Ivy lately in different scales. So I am wondering a little bit with this one because it is also a little bit older sculpt. I think it's a great likeness of this version of Poison Ivy. Yeah. In some ways, though, I can see this one for Poison Ivy being a little bit harder to display, maybe a little bit, since she is about borderline 3/4 naked, there or something. I guess I'm kind of interested. I already asked where I'm pre-ordering my Prime One, and I'm like, "Are you guys going to get this?" And they already went, "Yep." But I wonder because like the sculpt and stuff, it's a little bit older sculpt and everything. Is it as gripping as even some of the more recent Ivies we had, like the Temple of Premium formats from like that Deadly Nature, which obviously the more limited run variant was the green skin version of it. Sure. Are people gonna? I still think this is something that probably will sell out just because they're keeping it such late. It still depends on the pricing. If they go really crazy with the pricing with this, as some of their more recent, I think, third scales have been, if they're like charging, I don't know, let's say deluxe price for Harley Who Laughs, which, is like $1,500-$1,600, I think people may not get it. I think that if this is around, $1,200-$1,300 maybe, I think that would probably be a good pricing, like the Ivy human skin variant for the Hush one. That's what I would think. But I'm curious. I just not sure the head sculpt and stuff is as striking as some of the other more recent Ivies because it's older. So they're not, as far as we know, they haven't said they've retouched up anything, but it's not up for pre-order. So maybe they are doing some changes or some updates to it, to the paint apps and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I carried on enough.
No, it's look, because this piece here, Marcos. So like, there's so many options right now, right? For Poison Ivy.
Too many.
Yeah, there's a lot, right? But let's just say you didn't collect the line. You didn't collect the Arkham line. Would this actually match in a 1/3 collection? Like,
yeah, I think almost all the Arkham pieces, majority of them will match. If you want to just collect 1/3 villains, and most of them, like the Freeze is kind of off, and the Bane are kind of like different. But I know the Joker kind of looks like a Joker, obviously, and then the Batmans look a little bit armorized, but they still look like Batman. I have the Red Hood, and actually it was a pretty good Red Hood. It was cheap too, so I'm not complaining. But I know like the bases are definitely base. Like this one has a little bit more though, but usually the Arkham line has like very simple bases, which kind of can look out of place compared to other 1/3s they do, like the Tech 1000 or Nightwing. So my only issue is like they couldn't have done this like in another year, maybe. Like there's just like 6 other.
Don't care about your pockets, man. What you talking about?
or maybe. Or because like they just had some recent ones come out. I know they're not direct competition, and Prime One's going to do what they're going to do. They're a Japanese release thing and everything. But maybe have this release like in the summer or something, like giving a little window time away from when they just had the variant of Poison Ivy is starting to really come in the last 2 months to people. I can see where I agree with Marcos. Maybe the timing a little bit later in the year, like there's a little breathing space. Maybe.
Well, my thing is just supply and demand. There's a lot of fucking supply, and I don't know. Like Poison Ivy's obviously a popular character, obviously, but I don't think she's this popular. Like shit, that we get like 1 Joker or 2 Jokers a year, not like 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, it's crazy.
We can't get a Hush. Are you telling me she's more popular than like Catwoman, so we can't get a Hush Catwoman or something like that?
I know they're coming out with that somewhat soon. They said. But like shit, anybody else, honestly. Like Riddler was a big villain in this game, so like I don't like do that. But obviously, I know they're pretty much done with this line. So this is just like they kind of say by popular demand. I don't know how popular the demand will be actually, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so many options for Poison Ivy right now. Someone that's a big fan of this character has a lot to choose from. I personally like the human skin version. They just launched. That piece is amazing. If you're into that character, that's the one that I actually prefer. But anyone that collecting this line, the Arkham line, great piece to add to your collection. This will go perfectly fine with the line, and it will look really good. Alan, did you ever collect any of the Arkham line? Did you have any of those?
Yeah, actually, I had I would say about 80 to 90% of that line.
Oh wow! Okay.
At one point, yeah, I had a bunch of them. I really loved them. I think one of my favorite of the line was the Mr. Freeze. That piece is outstanding, but it's huge. But I actually had this Ivy on order.
Yeah.
Back when it was first announced, and then it was canceled, and I was a little disappointed. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, I'm not collecting that line. But I just think this is a badass piece. I think she's sexy as hell. I love the paint. I love the way they painted the vines on her. Yeah, everything about this. I love the pop of the red, color wise. Mm-hmm. I may get this just to have it.
Wow,
it's a standalone piece. I really like it. There was one issue with her right ankle. They're not showing it here, but where it attached to the base. It almost looked like her right ankle was broken or at a very strange angle. And I hope they address that. They probably won't. But in any case, I think it's an awesome piece.
Yeah, this is a super cool piece. I really like it. I can see this in your collection, Noah. Would you ever consider something like this? Or did you have the line at all?
No, I never collected any of the Arkham stuff. I did enjoy the games a lot, but I just never really got into the line. So it's probably not something I would go for, but I think that maybe the issue is kind of like what Alan was saying. There's a lot of people that did collect this line at some point. And so there may be, a handful of people out there that are holding out for this that are going to be really excited. And so in that case, I'm happy for them. If this is going to help complete their line, then I think that'll be great. But yeah, no, it's probably not something I would get. Like I said, there's a lot of different poison ivies in the market right now, and
Sure.
I do like the regular green poison ivy that Prime One did, and I also have a friend who has the skin version, just kind of sitting in storage. He's always like, "Hey man, if you ever want to buy it, pick it up." So, I got some options. So,
yeah, no, this is I really like this piece. Freddie, what do you think about this?
Well, for 150 pieces, I think this will move pretty quickly because there's a lot of collectors out there who care very much about collectibles, which is not a bad thing at all, because I'm like that with some stuff where I'm just like, oh, it's 1 of 1, 10 of 10, 50 of 50, 150. So I think it's going to move, at least for that, if anything. And the piece itself, I don't know if anybody else has this vibe, but I'm not hearing anybody like saying that they really love this piece. But when I look at this piece, I get those Medusa vibes. And I've seen other poison ivy statues, and the different various skins, and on her on top of the plant and stuff like that. But with this one, I'm looking at it, it feels like she's gazing into my soul, like that. Like, look, when you like look at Medusa and you're just like captivated. I love what they did with her body language and the pose, especially with her fingers and her hands, and just the way that it's coming up, wrapping around her arms and like gazing at you, or it's like either staring at her because she's beautiful, or the fact that she's about to hit you right now with whatever she got going on. I do love that. I really love the skin color. Like, I know some people said that they're fans of like the lighter tone. I love the green skin color, and I like the fact that this green is not too dark of a green, but it's a light green. So it doesn't like really turn me off, and it really, the tones with the green and the red, and for those dudes who's into redheads and stuff like that. I'm saying, I'm like, it gives it a little extra touch overall. I love the which I don't know if like those are tattoos, but it looks like abrasions, like it's coming off her skin. But I like those vines that's like on her skin, like it's a part of her, right? Like a pimple, where it's like the way the vines. And I was like, I see that, I was like, that's hot. So I'm just looking overall as far as artistic wise and the color and the vibe. I'm really feeling it. I'm not gonna get it because I don't do comic pieces yet, and I'm not a huge fan of comic
that's
pieces.
not a comic piece, though. That's a game piece.
No. I know. I'm just saying, like, anything aside from movie is what I'm saying. And I have played the games, by the way. I only beat 2. The other ones I started to finish. But I know Lane. I know Hot Toys did an Arkham line, but they never did Poison Ivy. Yeah, they didn't do Poison Ivy.
She might have been a little bit. Well, they also did more Arkham Knight, and she kind of
right.
But of course,
the
they're
fact
going to be.
You're not good. I was gonna say just the fact that you got a Poison Ivy in any Arkham. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's to say that is true. Like it's not like there's been a whole lot of this version of her, like in other media or figures or anything. You've had a choice, so I think it's just cool they're doing it. It feels a little bit weird, just kind of out of the blue that they're putting it up. I mean, Prime One does this, so I'm not like, oh my god, I never could have possibly imagined. But it's cool they're doing it. Maybe it tells me that where they're supposedly stepped back a little bit from DC pieces and stuff. This is a way they can put out a DC piece that they already put the R&D into. Basically, it's not like they're starting from scratch, and and her base is probably going to be smaller and not take up as much space. I know you like the human skin variant of the Hush, but this one's not going to take up as probably much space as that one does.
Yeah.
So this could be if you want a third scale of her, but you're trying to keep it and she can go into if you have a comic book third scale setup, she can easily fit in just the same as the Hush one would.
Yeah, and I like that she's not actually. I remember the whole view or whatever. She's not like on top of like a base pedestal, but she's on something. Basically, the diorama or bases around her, right? It's not. She's not being elevated by a base, right? I don't remember. It was a while since I seen.
Yeah.
Is the one thing maybe is that a seam line right there where her neck is connecting to the body?
I thought it was too, but it could be the.
It's not.
Or it could, or is that like just a bind thing or something with her skin?
We need to see more. More.
Sure. But they had older pictures from back in the days, right?
Yeah, because if that neck seam line was there, that would drive me nuts. I won't lie.
Do we have more pictures?
Older.
What's up, Cypher?
Yeah, what's up, Cypher?
It's supposed to go up next week. So
okay.
I've never seen this piece until Lane sent it to me, and I knew that I knew of course the Arkham line, but I didn't know they were making this, and I really like it. I really want to see more of what they're doing with updates with it and seeing how this is coming together for them. Is it something for me? No, but it is super cool. Anybody that was a fan of this piece before and it got canceled, it looks like you're going to have your chance to pick it up, right? I really like it though. I think it's really great.
How deep is this Arkham line?
That's deep, man.
Oh man, there's a lot of them. Like there's
20 plus, I want to say, right?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, it's one of the few like I think the Killer Croc. That's probably one of my favorite ones. I mean, he's super ridiculously huge, but that's one of the few Killer Crocs they've ever been.
Two-Face.
Also Two-Face, yeah, that's one of the few Two-Faces up until obviously Twitter heads. They did do a Raza Ghoul though from him. I always thought was kind of weird, but
I really wish when Prime One looks at these and they start to make a line, I really like them to complete it. I really do, and this is good not just for Prime One, but like for all companies, because some people. Well, a lot of collectors want to finish the line, right? And this was one piece that maybe they were just, man, I had everything, but they canceled that one. This is going to be great for those people because now you're going to be able to get it. Now, is this going to sell out? 150 pieces. I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to say yes. It will sell out. Alan, what do you think?
Yeah, it's going to sell out very quickly.
Yeah, I think so too. Lane?
Yeah, my main thing is I'm wondering is Batman statue collector going to get this?
Well, if he does, it's gone.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to get it. And then if he does, Osluego.
If
Prime
Chris
One,
picks it up, then it's over.
Yeah, Prime One can give you a thumbs up and say it's like, send some subliminal messages to the BSC so he pre-orders it, and then it's going to get snapped Thanos style out of existence.
Yeah, well. Anytime anytime Chris picks up something, I feel like they usually end up doing really well with that piece, right? Because he has a lot of followers and things, whatever. But before I move on to the next piece, I did want to mention that tonight we do have a giveaway. Tonight we have more giveaways coming, a ton of stuff coming. So tonight we have one giveaway that we'll give towards the end of the show, and then Noah has a statue that he'll be giving away soon on the channel. We've been talking about different ways to give this out, and we will be doing that soon. Noah, what are you giving out? I'm sorry, I forgot what that was.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick here. So it's going to be the Iron Studios Batman the Animated Series 1/10 scale statue.
Wow, this is really cool. Man, that base
For anybody
is nice.
who's a fan of the show. Yeah, pretty nice. So this is the one that they that pairs with the Batmobile that they made too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
On the show.
Make sure you give Noah a like. He's doing that just to be nice. So that's a really awesome piece to give away to somebody. And courtesy of Noah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noah.
Somebody will really appreciate that in their collection, and that's going to be a great piece to give away.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, we have so many new things coming.
Gamora's gonna win it. Like, why you even put your name in there, Freddie? You know Gamora's gonna win it.
The goat will return here shortly if he's not already here, and he is unbeatable. This man. So
5 for 11 or something like that. Like, God,
yeah, the man is like he didn't even have to try. He just comes in and just shows up and wins. So man, if he wins tonight, dude, man, I don't know.
dude, that was the funniest time when he showed up. Hey, just join, and like he just like joined while we're doing it, and he wins it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like there's a guy who's been on the 1/6 scale channels. Freddie might know him. Single songwriter. He's in a whole bunch of them.
Mhm.
Several streams that I'm in, and he's a moderator for some channels, other stuff.
Yeah.
For one particular channel, they do like giveaway for memberships and stuff. Like I've been a member for things, and that SOB, I don't know how, but at least 60% of the giveaways I've ever done, he has won them every single time. And I'm just like, I did 2 giveaways in one thing, and he won both of them. And I'm like, and there's like, 50 to 80 people in there, and I'm just like, mother bleeper, how do you keep doing that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I always get a kick too when the giveaways happen on certain channels and the person's not even there, right? And they're like, "Oh, where are you?" And they call the name, person's not there. And what really like I get a laugh of is like when they get picked twice. And I was just I can't even get picked once. He's like, "We're gonna submit again." It's like, "Oh, the name got called again." I was like, "Yo, come on, man."
Mind blowing. And look, just to let everybody know that the giveaways will not stop. We have a lot of stuff coming. Man, we are blessed beyond belief to get some of these giveaways to give out to the channel. So I'm glad we have that. No, again, man, thanks for doing that. I know you didn't have to, and I know everybody really appreciates that. I really do. Speaking of hot toys, so my nephew Paxton is getting started with collecting, right? And he is a huge Spider-Man fan.
Wow.
Listen, yeah, we're look, Uncle Jimmy's here. We're gonna figure it out. But I wanted to bring it to the panel's attention because this is something that he really loves, and he's saving his money to get it, right? So let me go ahead and share this real quick on the screen here, and see what your opinions are here. This is what he's saving. Oh, that's gonna be a good topic there. Oh man, I don't want to look at that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's got a few here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one that he is very interested in, and he's been thinking about picking this piece up, and this could be one of his first. He's a big Spider-Man fan, and I don't know if he knows, but there is a special edition of this on Sideshow, right? So you may have to save a little bit more, but they do have a special edition of this. Lane, are you familiar with this piece, or is it something that you would ever consider getting?
Bro, I had the advanced suit coming on Monday now. It got delayed, which was the same, from the game, the limited edition one. That was like the same price before. One thing I was going to ask Jimmy, were you going to talk at all about like the sudden $5 increase to like everything on the websites? I should have just said,
Man,
like last week, hey, guess what? Everything's $5 more, and everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, okay. Sorry, I brought it up. Not to get us sidetracked.
It's okay.
But bro,
I'm angry now,
I got
Lane. Thanks.
I'm here to make you feel better, Freddie. That's what I told my coworker today and everything when I was telling her I had to give her like half the work I was doing because I got put on another project. She appreciated it much. But I got the Bandsuit 2.0. If I'd known this thing was coming, I would have just gone passed on that and got this instead. Because this suit I love. I love how this looks. Like this is what I would have gotten over that. I am legitimately considering that if I'm going to get the advanced suit. Like I said, I already paid for it. It's on the way here. I may sell that to help fund to get this instead because I like this suit better. The issue with this suit's going to be is because I have a whole setup I'm doing where it's this guy and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man are going to get posed to be battling the movie Carnage on top of my detail shelves in an action pose thing. This suit, I have a sneaking suspicion is not going to pose as well because if you look at it and stuff, the way the suit is designed, I think it's going to be a much more restrictive thing. Like if you're trying to put into a dynamic pose for a period of time. I think this is one of my favorite, I think, Spider-Man suits I've ever seen from a Hot Toys figure. I think he's going to love it with the big, the metal arms and stuff that's literally from the Spider. The only thing I have a wonder about, because it's something I think looks really ugly on the Advanced Suit 2.0, is, in the back there, you're not going to see him on these promo pics. Not till later this year when it comes out. There are holes in the back that there are these big, ungainly, little pieces that plug in to fill them when you don't have the arms in them. So I have a sneaking suspicion the suit might have a similar issue with it. But I guess for black suit, and maybe this rest of the panel, how you guys choose, this is more just in general. So you've got this, which is a really nice area. It recreates the look of the suit almost spot on for the video game. But you've got this black suit, and you've got the Tobey Maguire black suit 2.0, its own little thing with the Bully Maguire facial sculpt, and also a Venom attachment and the whole thing to it. So they're similar. That one's a little bit more, I think, unless you get the diorama base with it and stuff. It makes it a little difficult to decide what you might want to get if you're a fan of the symbiote suit, because it's not fully 100% movie accurate, I wouldn't consider, but it's based off the movie, kind of. What would you get? I think this one's cooler because I think it just looks neater.
Just get both. Gotta get both.
Yeah, well, that is the simple answer to all of things. Just get both.
Makes it easy, yeah.
But I think, especially if you're a fan of the video games, if you want to do just one Spider-Man suit, I couldn't say Jimmy. He's made a good choice. Now, if I had to choose just one Spider-Man, just anything, and I had seen live action or game or whatever, I'm doing I am the No Way Home Toby suit, because that's my favorite Spider-Man live action. But I did, like I said, the only concern I have with the figure is and Freddie, I know Freddie, with being a Hot Toys collector too, knows Spider-Mans can be up and down with being able to pose them, because unlike a lot of even Avengers where you can just put Cap holding his shield up in a fairly static museum pose, Spider-Man is all about dynamic posing, and the suits can have adverse react. There are some times where Spider-Man is in a statue form. It sometimes translates better, unless I guess leading, where it's in an action pose, because it's polystone and not where rubber or something could wear down over time.
Jimmy,
you're muted.
I'm muted.
Yeah, and look, I've seen Hot Toys in person, and their paint job is unbelievable on what they do. I was not, when I saw it in person, I was like, man, this is really good. And I didn't think that their paint job could come out almost like a statue form, but it does, and they do a great job with that.
I mean, the tendrils on the arms there, I'm really interested to see how the paints and everything, how that looks like when it comes out. This is a figure I'm really interested to see when, even if I don't get it, for sometimes for statues, when the final thing comes out, I really want to see how it looks.
Oh, Jimmy, is he into the video games, or he just likes the way it looks?
I think he loves Spider-Man in general, and I'm going to catch up with him soon, so we're going to kind of go over what he really loves. But this is his. He loves Venom. He loves Spider-Man. He saw this piece, and he was just like, "Man, this is the one that I want."
And so Venom. So to be the one a relative you are, Jimmy, to one up him and just be like, "Hi, you got this, but look what I got." You can go get the video game Venom, which is 21 inches tall. The Hot Toy.
Go big,
go 21
home.
inches tall. Yeah, 21 inches tall. He can be setting that up, and you can go, "This is what I got." Bump right in front of him, and it'll dwarf him by over half the size.
Or you just give it to him, Jimmy. Be a good uncle.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about that and see what we can do, because I know he really wants this piece, and this is something that I love all my nieces and nephews, so this is something that you really like. Yeah. I mean, Noah, do you like this piece?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I collected some Spider-Man Hot Toys for a little while. I had about 5 or 6 of them. So it's I think this one looks really good. I've played most of the game, and I've enjoyed it a lot. So, I mean, Hot Toys always they always have really good timing for their releases for pre-orders too. They always seem to be able to release things right when the hype is at its highest, so they know what they're doing. So, I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, setting this up in your room, your first piece and having it all together, and I mean, those tentacles are going to make it really stand out, right? The mandibles, so it'll look really good when he has it all set up together. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to see him get this, so maybe Uncle Jimmy.
It's nothing like that first piece though you ever get, right?
Yeah, exactly. And once you get one, guess what? You just want more.
Yep.
The party doesn't start until Equan gets here. What's going on?
Oh, you said this Spider-Man's coming home. Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So Equan is picking up this Spider-Man 2 packs. So Paxton, I think you made a good choice. And
he's
I think
a big collector in Hot Toys, so
yep. Paxton Equan's a big collector. Marcos is right. So he really likes it, and I think you made a good choice. I'm looking forward to seeing it in your collection. Nephew, good luck. I really want to see it. So let me know when you get it. I'll help you out.
It's amazing some of these Spider-Man ones too. Some of the Hot Toys, like the upgraded suit Green Goblin right now, for with the William Dafoe head sculpt from No Way Home. That thing is selling like in Hong Kong for like over $800, and some things and everything. It shot up like double the price.
Yeah, there's some Hot Toys that go for a lot, and then there's custom Hot Toy pieces that I wasn't even aware of until Freddie started talking more about it. But this is going to be a show-stopping piece in his collection. When you walk in his room, his little man cave, going to have it set up. So I'm looking forward to that. I really look forward to seeing it. Okay, man, that's going to be a great one for him to start off with. And man, so Lane messaged me today, and he said, "Did you see this?" And it was now, mind you, look, I was in the middle of all this different stuff at work, but I had to stop and look at this because when you posted on there, "Did you see the base?" I was like, "Whoa, guy, that is super cool." So let me bring this up here real quick on the stream here real quick.
Oh my gosh, that thing looks so awesome,
man. Okay, so Alan, let me start with you, man. What do you think about this? And did you notice the Clayface base?
Yeah, that was one of the first things I noticed was the Clayface. It's really cool that Sideshow finally decided to give us at least a piece of Clayface.
Right.
And I understand this is like the first Daniel Bell female skull, which is, I mean, he did just a bang-up job with this. It's just wonderful. And and the other thing I noticed, and I don't know if you do any close-up, but there's just a hint of a nipple under her suit.
It's like the Clooney Batmans, huh?
Yeah. And,
see, now
it's very subtle, but
I can see it actually now that you mention it.
Yeah. Am I wrong thinking that I really want to see?
Yeah, I know you could get in closer, man. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Jimmy.
So one second.
So
one second. I did want to address this. So Paxton. So yes, let's do a live unboxing together, and we'll do it from Godlike Statues, me and you, and we'll show everybody. Okay, it's going to be fantastic.
Nice.
So look, this is this piece here. I mean, man, looking at this today, I wasn't expecting them to launch this. I don't know if anybody else was there, but I mean, I was like, what are they, man, this is going to be a pretty great piece. So, but when I noticed that when I looked closer, if you look at the bottom screen, there's like a batarang stuck in Clayface, and you can see his face on the middle of the screen.
Right.
And she has a crowbar in her hand. Is that Joker's crowbar? I'm not familiar with that. Like, I wasn't sure when I saw that.
Yeah. I don't know. Jason Todd, Joker. Yeah. One of the two.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking at this and seeing that, the sculpt is fantastic. I really love her portrait, and I think this will look good in anybody's collection. Marcos, I'll start with after I went to Alan, but what do you think about this, Marcos?
Dude, I'm a big Barbara Gordon fan. I wish they made a 1/3 like this. That would be awesome. But 1/4 collectors, like, congrats, man. It's a great piece. It's sexy, you know, like Sideshow really does a good job on Batman characters, like for female ones. They make them look good. Usually,
Yeah, like their Huntress and
it's fine.
stuff came out really good.
Yeah, but the one two issues I have is the crowbar. I don't know why there's a crowbar. Like if it was Jason Todd, you know, like that would make sense, but like her, not really. And then the bandages, like it's a little weird. I don't hate it though, you know. It does look pretty good. But overall, the whole thing looks awesome. He did a bang up job on it. And the Clayface thing is really cool. But I saw you know, people always complain, but I get their complaints. Like, you know, there was like a meme. It showed like, you know, 3 people in a pool, and then like one of them is kind of drowning. It's Nightwing, and then the one the one who's drowned is Red Hood, and then the one that's like swimming perfectly is Barbara Gordon. You're like, so like, you know, they just haven't given love to the other 2 characters at all. So, which sucks. But no, this looks awesome though. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Sideshow always makes a few pieces that almost are like belong in every DC collection. To me, they do. They always make one that are just like another good example is their Thanos on Throne for Marvel. I mean, I thought that was a fantastic piece and still collected to this day. People still resell and buy that piece all the time. So this is a great piece. So Lane, let me ask you, man, it's small enough for your collection. Are you going to get this?
It's something I will consider. I will say when I saw this, though, this made me really, really want to see Daniel Bell do like a Rogue or something from X-Men. I won't lie. When I saw it, that was one of the first characters I thought of. But to me, it's about the Clayface base. Like that, even though I know it's supposed to kind of be pummeled. The one thing I'm hoping, like what Marcos was mentioning, because trying to beat Clayface with a crowbar doesn't think like it would work very well.
No,
necessarily, unless it's like I don't know, a sonic crowbar or something like that we're unaware of that she's got. But what I would kind of hope for that is maybe there's a deluxe version of it, which is a switch out where it's like a hand holding a batarang or something like that, her own or something. That's what I would hope. Maybe the switch out, like there's a switch out for it. I think this piece looks great. It's probably going to be somewhere between like $690, $700. I think that's a really good price point. I think you can fit this in. See, I've always been of the mindset, if you have the correct space, I know you guys like to say a lot, don't mix like third scale with quarter scale or something. But if you have enough space where I think she would be great for like, if you have a centerpiece, like, I don't know, I'll use what's the big Batman one with all that has the leaning issue some people worry about all the time, the Batman 1000?
Yeah.
Or Hush Batman? Okay, you could have that big ass Batman, and then I don't know, whatever else, like a Joker third scale and something else, like spread out a little bit farther, where those are like your main villain or characters, or a Harley Quinn that you really like a standing one or something. Yeah. This Batgirl could be an easy one you stick in between those as a smaller scale for maybe characters you like Batgirl, but she's not one you would spend like $1,500 on or $1,700 or $2,000. Yeah. I understand, Marcos, but I'm just saying.
$500 for a good Batgirl.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, it's if we get that. See, I'll believe that when J&D puts out their Alicia Silverstone Batgirl, and you put your $3,000 where your mouth is for that one.
A young Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone.
Count me in.
Dude, give me what movie is she like popular for? My bad, I'm getting on track. Huh? Clueless. There we go. Get a 1/3 Clueless, J&D. That's better than
But I think like a piece like her where it's that good. There's certain pieces I know. Even people say, "Well, it's Prime One. It's not Prime One, or it's not XM or whatever." You know, Sideshow the last few years has like it's a second tier statue company. I think there's a lot of like in that sometimes, but I think this is a great piece where you can have larger scale, and if you want a character you're not willing to necessarily go as larger, like in a larger scale or more expensive, you can fit them into a third scale line where they're a little bit smaller and they can offset. They play nice complementary pieces. Like I picture it like, you know, the Bane that was shown with the Flashpoint Batman and Psycho Pirate.
Mm-hmm.
Like those guys, I wouldn't buy Flashpoint Batman by itself, But like for a larger scale, like I put them farther back, maybe behind if there was shelf space, or just as a complementary piece to some more centerpiece style. Or if I had like Alan set up with Berserk, where I had your big ass statue, but I wanted like up on shelves behind or pushed back a little bit farther behind it, where you have kind of the depth perception. That Salon and like I don't know all of God's hand statues that they put out quarter scale. I would like stack those on shelves around it, because obviously Guts is not as tall as 200 foot tall giant demon people, which are what God's hands are like that big, or something.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of those things. If you like Batgirl, because you're probably not gonna get a third scale Batgirl at least anytime in like forever. I'm interested to see what the price point will be for her, but
yeah,
but does this feel, and to the guys other than the panel, to me this kind of feels like Daniel Bell's Joker that he put out last year. I love that Joker too. I really feel stupid for not buying it. Where it's kind of his, it's not a specific like comic version of it. This feels like he took a combination, because like with the arm, like the legs kind of feel like the armored look legs to Arkham Knight Batgirl from like the DLC that she was in, or like he kind of picked different parts of different costumes for her and kind of came up with his own artist rendition of his version of Batgirl. Just kind of like that Joker was a very stylized Joker that he came out with, last year, the premium format. So that's what this one feels like to me. It's not a specific version of her from comic or game or whatever.
I agree.
I picked some parts and kind of came up with one version.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually casual. I share your sentiments exactly, because that's what I was thinking about when I seen it. I love the battle damage on her. I think it's great. I first of all, that look right there, it looked like she looking at Marcos like, you next. See that look? That she's giving you? It's like the eyes, it's like you next, man.
Battle to me, baby.
I'd say it looks like Nightwing's being let know he's going to have a very long night later after they finish putting Clayface into the whatever containment pod he's going to be.
That pose, man, I love that, and I agree with you, Mitchell, saying that. I love the pose, man. I love that look. I think. Oh, and I want to say, because I know everybody was talking about her weapon of choice. I mean, tell me what weapon are you gonna use to battle Clayface realistically?
Electric, like not like I forgot the.
Oh, you mean Nightwing's sticks?
No, but they're like different ones that she uses. They're like yeah, but like the electric type ones, like that.
A 4,000 psi pressure washer.
You gotta have one of those.
Garden hose would be good against Clayface.
A garden hose, right? Or one of those firemen.
I definitely know she likes Nightwing sticks.
She.
We got little Jimmy here, guys. Let's keep it PG.
It almost looks like a Red Sonja pose.
I love that pose.
Yeah,
She's just got a lot of attitude here.
I love it, man. I think Daniel Bell nailed.
You never really talk about the portrait, though. It's honestly one of the best parts about it. It's a really good portrait of her.
Yeah,
that's great.
So, Noah, I can see this in your collection, man. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's all pretty much been said, but I think the pose is great. The suit looks great. Portrait's great. I think incorporating Clayface into the base is a really cool idea. I am curious to see the rest of the base down below, if it's all Clayface or if it's Clayface like laying on like a street or something like that. So I'm curious to see the rest of it, and then curious to see a 360 as well. And then I'll consider it. So I think it looks really, really good, and it doesn't look like it's going to take up a lot of space. So I could even maybe squeeze this in next to Justice Buster or something like that. Yeah.
This is going to be a piece that I think a lot of collectors can get, right? Because it'll go. It's a first of all, it's a 1/4 scale. Secondly, it's a really nice DC piece that they don't make a whole lot of, right? This character, and I think it'll look great. I really do.
Well, Sideshow's done about 4 premium formats of her now, so I think this would be the 4th. So they've done a good bit. It just hasn't been anything else like other scales really of her. But this, I think, out of the ones they've done, this is the best one. for sure.
And I think that this first of all, I love DC. That's like my number one property, right? I think Marcos might know. I think this is her suit from 52, right? Not Rebirth. It looks like her suit from
52 is more black and gold, I believe. I can't remember honestly off the top of my head.
Okay, because I'm looking at the symbol and her belt. It looks like 52. But yeah, but I'm not sure. But I love this suit, man. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, so this is one that I think, like I said, a lot of collectors are going to pick up, and I can see a lot of people owning this. Now, let me ask this: has there ever been a Clayface base like this before?
No.
No, right? Yeah. So another reason to give to someone to pick this up. I think it's fantastic. It'll look really good in anyone's collection. It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the ES is cipher also, and then also what are some of the switch outs they're coming with. I do love the bandages. I do love the pose. I do love the base. This is a great piece. It is. Congrats to whoever's getting this. I think they're going to reveal that pretty soon. You know, the full reveal, switch outs, things like that. Has anyone seen an ES? Not yet, correct?
No. I don't think any ES has come out for any of the pieces they showed in the 12 Days of Shadow show. So.
Oh, okay.
Also, I do like a battle damage Clayface. Just like poor guy. Look at him. She messed him up.
He's getting worked. He's getting worked. So yeah, this is going to be a great one to any collector. Now, I think I was swimming in work, but this popped up on my feed this week, and I stopped dead in my tracks, man. I was like, man, I really want to try and get this, but I mean, anybody knows anything about this company, you only have a few minutes to pick this up, and then it's gone.
Okay.
Oh, they're all sold out already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and by no surprise, thanks for posting this, CC. But this is from Bottleneck. Is Arkham Asylum. Man, there's so many Easter eggs in this poster that if anybody knows DC Comics or Batman, you're really gonna want this. So I gotta ask my man Freddie, because you're all over this. Did you get one?
I actually did.
It's
sat. I got it.
Good for you.
Man,
yeah,
congrats.
they revealed it yesterday, and I was like, so come out. One of my boys hit me up. He's like, yo, I know you want both of the things that they were dropping. I was like, man, I can't get both because I love I love turtles, man. Anybody who knows me. So they had a nice one with Krang and the 4 turtles in the van. I was just like, okay, I gotta only get one. And I was like, I went with this. Yeah, I had to, man.
Oh, Freddie, which one did you get though? Was it this one or another version?
The original, this one.
Okay, nice. I like the black and white one. Honestly, that was like one of my favorite ones out of all of it. But all of them look good. Yeah. Jimmy.
This is the one I wanted, and I was just too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that happens a lot with this company because it never fails. It's literally just a few minutes in, and then they're done. They just don't have any more.
Yep.
Right. So here's a variant I noticed too.
That's one. Yep.
And dude, this looks so good.
Yeah.
This looks so good. Look at this, man. It's fantastic.
So we did. Yeah, there we go. The funny thing about
it.
Like with the Easter eggs you're talking about with the villains, it looks like they escaped their cells and are fucking up Arkham Asylum. Obviously, that's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, super cool. Look, here's the penguin up here.
Mm-hmm.
And is this
It's Scarface and the ventriloquist probably.
Ventriloquist, yes. Okay.
I love art with Easter eggs, man. It's just
look
like
at that,
yeah,
man.
I love it, man. It's just,
Question mark? Who's that?
Court of Owls, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm so jealous of this piece right now.
Good.
This is such a great one. And
It just sucks that they put everything out for like 50 editions. So I was like, ugh. I get why
but they gave you 3 though. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, 3 versions. So I mean, technically it's 150, but yeah.
it just you know what I'm saying. It's like it just makes it like sell out so quick. That's the only thing,
Look who's here. Look who's here.
Oh,
The goat has arrived. Gamoya is here, whatever. So hey, what's going on, man? So I mean, this here again, this here is a piece that I just really love, and I'm sad that I didn't get it, but Freddie, I'm glad you did. Noah, do you collect any art at all? Do you have any?
Yeah, I do. I have a few things here and there, but I'm
Mhm.
kind of pretty much out of space already, so I usually disregard most of it. But I can appreciate it from afar.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I
this is
just random stuff. You know, I have a Spider-Man print, a couple of anime prints, a Doom Eternal print, and then just a few Berserk prints. So that's about all I got room for. Most of my walls are taken up by shelves or swords.
yeah.
So
Yeah, we're yeah, man, but I think this one here is just great. Alan, you missed out, huh, on this one?
Yeah, that's just the way my life has been lately.
Well, man, yeah, this is one that Marcos, did you get this at all? Did you have any
No,
interest?
I didn't get it.
Okay.
No, I think it's good, but I just didn't get it. That's all.
Okay, yeah, it's just really good.
I have too many Batman art prints, so yeah,
Yeah, this one's good. This one's
it's good
good.
though.
So yeah, that one's a pass for me. I really wanted it, but when I saw it, I'm like, man, that'd be great to get that one. But sure enough, it was gone instantly, and there was nothing I could do. Just like every other bottleneck, a piece I feel like. So yeah, and this was shown this week, and we got a lot to talk about here with this piece because we have this coming on. Let me bring this up here real quick. And we're hitting that midway point, and we'll be doing our giveaway here shortly. So thanks for everyone for tuning in.
Real quick, only because I literally just because the art print that came out, I was like, man, I got to frame one of mine that I have. So I don't know if it's hard to see.
I can see it.
Yeah, bring it up. Let's take a
I
look.
don't know.
wow, that's cool.
The players, little yeah. I can see it.
Yeah, I know my screens and stuff is in the way.
Yeah, that's all right.
But-
Hang on. Let me get you on. Hang on a sec. Let me. Well, I just messed that up. Let me see. And let's do this. There we go.
Yeah, let me get up.
Oh man, bro, what is this?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's by Mark Chilcott. It's I know the glare,
Yeah.
so you can barely see, but
Yeah, it's really nice.
yeah, man.
can
I
see
just
it.
like
I can see
'cause I saw it because after the drop, I was like, man, I got so much prints I need to put up, so it just inspired me to frame one to get one up, man. But yeah, man, I love Batman. So
Yeah,
and I'll be framing that one. I'm gonna put it next to this one. I
yeah.
have a spot ready for it. But yeah,
Okay.
It's
Yeah, that
nice,
looks
man.
really good
Yeah.
actually. I really like the background in the city, how you can see everything. And where did you
Yes.
get that from?
Yes. The bottleneck as well. This is by Mark Chilcott.
Okay.
And he puts out a lot of Batman with landscapes, and I think I have 4 by him, and this is one of the 4 that I got. I also have one with him on top of a gargoyle surrounding the city. I think another one with him on a bridge. So that's why I was like, when I saw this one, I was like, to me, it fit like with the themes of what I have with this artist, because he's
Yeah.
actually on Arkham, and just like him looking, I was like, I gotta put it with it. So I was like prepping it and just like having it ready to like put up because I have a plan. So but yeah.
That's I look forward to seeing some of the art you put up, when you start getting everything laid out, because you've got a lot of great pieces. A lot of
Thank
great
you.
ones.
And I actually, you probably saw it like on the show, but actually, Alan inspired me with his collection as well. Same thing with Noah.
Mhm.
Just like looking at his stuff. I actually
Looks
am
great.
going this weekend to rearrange my whole space and layout.
Oh, awesome.
Really?
And yes, and so my Maji Case Maxes will, when I angle where I'm sitting at right now, I'm gonna be in a different space. And then you're gonna, so I won't be by this wall anymore. I'm gonna be against another in front of something, so you'll see my whole background, and you're gonna see the Maji Case Maxes behind me. And I have another Maji Case that's coming in about a week or two, so they're all gonna be behind me. And I'm gonna put those pieces up, and I'm gonna put some art up. So I think by like next week coming, might see a whole different layout, and I'm probably gonna have a bunch of boxes and stuff because I boxed up a couple of my statues to get it out the maxes that I have here because I didn't want it to break. So and then hopefully J&D Wonder Woman coming in, I want to be able to. That's part of the reason too, right? I wanted to be able to just take the Wonder Woman. I think we're talking backstage, right? When my J&D Wonder Woman comes in, I just want to take it out, put it in the maxes, and then just leave it at when we do the unboxing live. So that was the plan. But yeah, hopefully soon, man. The vision is coming together. You know.
Oh, great! Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, and now listen. We announced this last week on when we did the unboxing of the Berserk Prime 1/3 scale, is that Freddie has the J&D Wonder Woman coming, and we're gonna do a live unboxing with that coming up soon on the channel. That's gonna be an amazing unboxing. So we're gonna be streaming from I think 4 different platforms that day, and we're gonna get it all set up, and let's see if we can do something that day, Freddie. Something a little bit extra, maybe even another giveaway.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
that would be
definitely.
great.
I'm gonna try to get two cameras, maybe even 3. So, and the way because my layout, because again, I don't most of 80% of my collection's just boxed up right now, right? So I'm gonna have space. I have boxes everywhere. So basically, I want to get a layout. Gonna have a table set, and the way I'm gonna do it, so I want to do it right, and then just put it in there because like I seen a couple of pictures and got me a little bit nervous with them arms and certain stuff, and I just want to get it out, put it, like after that I'll like leave it. So yeah, I don't want to keep it in the box. So that's the thing too, right? I don't want to just do an inspection and just throw it back in the box, right? Because I got to make sure it's flawless. So I plan on, while we're doing it live, it's also like an unboxing as far as videos. So like if anything's wrong with that piece, I'm going deep, like to the skin. Like, because again, it's a lot of money, right? So like any imperfections on the skin or holes or hair, arm, I'm like, that's going right back. So that's why I want to really do that and make sure that everything is right. Not do a quick inspection, but like her whole body, man, toe, backside, back, head, everything.
Just
I got you guys to help me. So
man, I am really looking forward to that. It's going to be a great unboxing. I mean, Noah's did one. I've done a few. I know Alan's doing one coming up too. It's going to be great. Just kidding. I thought I'd throw it in there, man. Throw it in there.
Nice try.
Okay. You know what? We don't need an unboxing, but what we do need is to see you with that piece behind you when you get it all set up by Avatar. I cannot wait to see that, man. In glass or however you're going to set it up. It's going to be amazing. So I look forward to that. Okay. Well, man, we're getting close to that halfway mark, right? And I think we'll probably do the giveaway now, and then we'll do. We're gonna talk offline a little bit, me and Noah and the panel, and we'll decide what's best to do for this next giveaway. It's gonna be so epic because Noah's giving away this 1/6 scale statue, and it's gonna be great. Again, courtesy of Noah. Okay, so here's how to enter. I should have Gamoya lead this because he usually does this every single time and wins this. So in the chat, what you'll do is you'll write Godlike, and that will put you in a position to win. Our drawing tonight is a PlayStation PSN card for $10. Now, we have others coming that is a significant dollar amount increase. I'm just going to go down the line, and we're going to give all the ones we have away. And these are for you. And, they're courtesy of PSN. So thanks again, John. I appreciate that. Okay, in the chat, just write Godlike, and that will put you in the drawing to succeed.
All right. So see, I had to, because I have the screen right now on full screen that we're doing the show, and I need to go on my phone and actually get into the chat right now so I could enter.
Okay, you got Third Skull Collector, you got Melvin.
So, forgive me, Chad, if you guys been talking to me during the stream, because I don't even see the comments because I got it on full screen. But going in,
You got Atticus also. So Atticus, Marcos. Thanks for
Right,
helping, Marcos.
ATTICUS, right?
Uh huh.
All right, then I know Mel said he was in there.
Yep. And so is Chasen. Chasen's in there. And then, yeah, Chase. And then, of course, Freddie.
Should I put Freddie in? You know he's gonna lose, man.
Damn. Call my man out so bad. Man,
All right, who else?
I'm not putting that. Equan and Freddie.
Oh, Gamoya. We gotta do Gamoya.
You got to put Gamoy in there, man.
Yeah, even if he doesn't want to, you're gonna get in there, buddy.
It's almost not good. It's not almost. It almost isn't right if he's not in there. Casual Nerd Problems is on there as well.
Why are there like duplicates on this? This is weird.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Everybody has double the chance to win, I guess. Who cares?
Yeah. So and there, Gamoy's like, we got to let others win too. Man, you walked in here and just, like I don't think Noah's familiar, but Noah Gamoya is the GOAT at giveaways. Man, this man doesn't miss. He turns around, just puts his name in casually, and walks off with a prize every time. I don't know what it is. He is always coming in and exceeding. So it's really awesome to see that. Anybody else? We're happy to give that away, and there will be more to come. You have my word. More to come.
Let me just try to get this like the double names off real quick, or do you guys care?
Like, would it let you do that, or?
Yeah, let me. I can try probably.
Yeah, take your time. It's fine.
Yeah, oh, duplicate names. No. Okay, we're good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me bring that up, Marcos, for you real quick. Marcos, thanks for helping with that, man. I appreciate that.
That was hard.
I do.
Is this it though, or do we have any more?
Anybody else? Again, Godlike inside the chat, and we'll be happy to help you.
Also, everybody's got to get a like to the stream too.
That would be appreciated. Yes.
We can't see it, but you know.
Yes. So,
I don't see my in there anywhere.
Yeah. Look. Give us a like and be a member of Godlike Statues, and we will put you in for the drawing. We got quite a few people. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. I like these odds.
Are you sure that Chasen guy isn't a ringer or something? I don't know. I've heard some things that
people are going to say, "Man, you just gave it to him." No, I didn't give it to him.
All I know is I'm betting orange.
Are you sure there's not like Vegas bias there or something like that? I think Chasen may have that. He's used to playing the tables, man.
Yeah,
right, good to
go.
Ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Marcus. You guys can see the screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. Give me orange, baby. Give me orange. Oh, no way.
Wait, what happened? What happened? I won?
Oh, come on.
I told you guys, bet orange. I told you guys, bet orange.
Oh, my God.
I told you guys to bet orange.
Again, the man is undefeated and cannot be beat by any means whatsoever.
Look at top left.
The way I keep going like this, and he's going to just pick up like a free game or something like that.
The man is unbeatable. I swear. Freddie, I'm sorry.
Gamoya, all I have to say is even Jordan retired and took a break from basketball for at least a year and a half to go play baseball and then come back.
Man.
So if I win any championships while you step away.
Oh my God.
Oh. Gamoya coming in clutch, and the man cannot be defeated. He is unbeatable. He is the GOAT of giveaway.
Now, I think he's like
all jokes aside, man. Congrats, Gamoya. That's what's up.
Oh my gosh.
Gamoya, congratulations, man. Was there any ever doubt this man wouldn't win tonight? So Gamoya sent me a message.
Casual wanted me to win, man. He had my back.
We all got your back, Freddie. We know it's not going to happen, like that's the thing. We just know it ain't going to happen.
I think even Equan had faith in me. He's like, I think this may be it.
This man, Gamora's actually ain't shown up.
I had a lot of faith in you, Freddie, man, tonight. And the GOAT comes in and just shows everybody who he is.
Dude, that's what that is.
You know, not to make anybody
Epi-
feel bad, but Noah, my daughter Kate, because my kids are on like vacation, right? And my older daughter, she's a gamer, so she goes, Dad, at what point are you gonna buy that expansion pack for Horizon Zero Dawn? And I was like, you know, when I win a gift card. She's like, it's been like a year now. I don't think you're gonna win.
Man,
I
she
was
said
like,
it's been a year.
Dude, we
because
can
she really
have
wants to play it. And I told her, I was like, I'm not buying that expansion because it's like $20. I was like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I was like, if you want to buy it for your father, go ahead. I was like, I'm not buying it. And I told her about the whole thing that's going. I'm like, no, I'm gonna win.
Yeah,
we need two people to give away, Freddie and someone else, and still won't go to Freddie. Watch.
So, damn, that's rough, man. That's rough. So look, make sure, Gomai, send me a message on Facebook.
Freddy's expansion pans have been nuked from orbit again.
I'll be happy to get you paid out, man.
Stop it, Lee.
Man, I'm so sorry, but man, Gamoya is just the GOAT, man. When it comes to this, he is the man. And
Dude, he needs to go to Vegas. Like honestly, his odds are always his favorite shit.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the next topic real quick. Congratulations, Gamoya. Send me a message, man, and I will be happy to get you taken care of. Okay, so this is one, and I really want to talk about this. I know we talked about it a few times, but they had some updated pictures, you know, from Ant. And this piece, what I love is there's two versions, right? They have the new Street Fighter 6 and then the alternative costume, which he has this in Street Fighter 6 also. But I really love this piece. And why do I love it? Why is there some reason why? I mean, I love all Street
Jimmy
Fighter.
has the same level. You have the same level of muscle mass on the biceps because that's what you need
That's
to,
one.
to lift that Berserk statue sword.
Well, let me just say is that he is doing an iconic pose of the game, and I really love it. I really think this is going to be a great seller for them, especially whoever mains this character. Now, here's the thing: is that I think we've announced this a few different times, but this spring Ant will be on with us, and we're going to discuss a lot of different things. We'll have some questions for him too. But what's going to be great is I really want to pick his brain on what's the future of PCS because they have such great ideas. And I think Marco said it last or a few weeks ago that they're not upcoming anymore. They are here now, right?
Yeah.
They're here, and they are a contender. And man, I am so glad that they continue this line and continue to have just all these great new pieces coming up. They are in my opinion, probably the best statue company that puts out TMNT, and I just can't see anybody else beating them. Freddie, what do you think about this?
So before I get to like the looks of the statue, I want to say when I used to game with Street Fighter hardcore before, you know, I went online and realized that I wasn't all as good as I thought I was when I was in my prime. Guile is one of the hardest people to like. I hate the whole 3-second and then release. I was never a fan. Like him, Vega, it's like it always irked my soul. I was just like, man, I was like, I could never play with Guile. I like his character and I love his moves and style and everything like that. I was just like, I can never play with him, man. But yeah, just going back, I would prefer like, is this one of his this is not one of his finishing moves, right? Or his
this is one of this is him looking at his wristwatch is right. one of the moves he does in the game when he gets ready to start. He looks at his watch. Okay. So that's why I kind of make this pose.
Okay. I first of all, Ant-Man like PCS. I say they killing the whole turtle line, but they knocked it out the park with all their Street Fighter stuff and their fighting things. I love this piece. Like to me, it captures the spirit of Guile. And it's just cool, man. It's like, you know, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, this is you know, anybody that's a Guile player or mains Guile, I mean, this character lames you out. He zones you out. He makes it where you can't jump. He keeps you away. Keeps you away. And a lot of people love this character. I played him when I was really young, and that's why now when I play the game, I don't play any of the characters I played when I was younger. I play all of the new characters. So this is a great look for him. I love the deluxe that has the other costume. This is a great piece because the other pose is him combing his hair. So I thought that was really amazing to see.
Classic. Oh, for me personally, I don't know about you, Jimmy, but I always prefer like pieces that doesn't have the power. Like they're supers.
Okay.
Like me personally, like
Yeah.
God knows some people like move. I prefer like you know, like Akuma, like, you know, like with the finishing stance, or you know, the beginning, or like the little, like, you know, they're you know, joking at you during the game or whatever. Like I prefer like these like kind of stylish pieces rather than like they're trying to do a super, you know, which is fine, but like that's why this appeals to me more than him trying to like flex out his boomerang.
Yeah. This is I do understand what you're saying. This is more of a museum look, but it actually, I love that it still coincides with the game because it's still a move that he does in the game before he gets ready. Let's just say, like, there's other companies that made this character. I don't want to throw anybody out there, but they had, you know, him doing Sonic Boom. It was long, it was huge. You know, this is more. It's more museum, right? And it'll go great with anybody's collection. I personally love museum statues. I do. Some people only love dynamic, but this is one that I really love, and I really wish I had room for, but I just don't. I just don't.
Yeah.
Noah, are you familiar with Street Fighter? Do you like this piece at all? Go ahead, Freddie. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. My bad. I was just saying, like, which is, you know, because I know Marco's like his anime stuff, but that's what, like, with some anime pieces, not all, but that's why like I couldn't. I mean, one, it's a big rabbit hole. Like, that's why I feel sorry for Marco's. I can't get into it. If I do, I'm done. I love anime. If I get into that, it's over for me. But I like pieces like this. Basically, like you can get it, and again, it's like, not to compare it to like a J&D, but that's the best company I could think of that just like kind of perfects the like the little museum pose or whatever. But like you just like have it there, right? It's not taking up too much space. It's not doing something that's like overly dramatic, you know, like Goku trying to like kick people out in space and flashing fire bombs and stuff like that. It's like it's simple, and I could stack up together. I could stack up like probably 4 or 5 of these in a row, just line them up and on a table. It's not taking up that much space, right? Where you got the flashy pieces, where like you have it taking up the whole table. You got 2 pieces, like 2 people are trying to like do the super moves, and like that's it. It is just like, you know, that's why I prefer like stuff like this. I can get more pieces.
Yeah, this is a great one, man. Noah, do you play the game at all? Do you know anything about? I mean, are you familiar with this character? Or
yeah, no, not really. It's not really a franchise I got into when I was younger. I did play a lot of fighting games, but it was just kind of a lot of random ones. So I did do a little Mortal Kombat too. But I think it does look good though. It's a great sculpt. I like the hair combing pose. That's pretty funny. And yeah, I do like the more museum pose for this.
Hang on, Noah. I'm sorry. You said you play a bunch of fighting games, but you didn't play Street Fighter?
Yeah, man, I mean, there was X-Men fighting games. There was all sorts of stuff on the PlayStation 1 that I played. Yeah, like I don't even know, man. Just random stuff. Yeah.
This is I've literally been playing this game for 30 years of my life, and I'll always love it. And it's something that it's part of my childhood. So people ask me all the time, why don't you collect this then? You know, I just don't have the room for everything. I just don't. I love it. But I try to make investments on something that I can, you know, if I need to move later, I can. And great example is I put up some Iron Man pieces 2 weeks ago. 30 minutes, 2 of them were gone, and I sold the other one a day later. I mean, it was that quick. And how many people have you seen online trying to sell and move pieces for weeks and weeks and weeks? You know, and to be fair, some of these are great prices, right? They're great prices, but they're not able to move them as quick as they want. So I kind of take a look at that, you know, before I invest into anything. But this is one that's, I think that any fan of this game or this character will be very pleased with. So Lane, I know you play Street Fighter. You're from Austin, man. So what do you think?
Well, I used to play it more in the arcade, not as much the last couple incarnations, but in the old arcade days back in the 80s and 90s, oh yeah. I think this piece looks really good. Gao was never one of my favorite characters. I was more Akuma, Ryu, Cammy, Chun-Li, um, and then those were more my characters and stuff. So PS has put out like a lot of really nice Street Fighter stuff. I did own actually for a while the what do you call it, Poison
Yeah,
statue they put up, which obviously she was originally from Final Fight, but obviously she's been more Street Fighter centric character for like the last 10 years or more. I think people think of her as a Street Fighter character more now since Cody Guy and her have been in. They're quarter scale, third scale. I own the third scale Cammy, one of the versions of her for a while. She was actually my first third scale. I own the Killer Bee version.
Okay.
But then I sold it like after 6 months or so because at the time I was like, it's too big. Until I then bought other third scale statues and went, whoops. I really like how this one looked. I will say the one thing that does confuse me a little bit with how they're organizing this one is where they're having the modern suit as like the regular and the silver limited edition because it's an alternate head sculpt and stuff for Guile.
Yeah.
But the classic suit one is considered the deluxe one.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel like the classic should be the limited like silver.
Yes.
But maybe they want to make sure that they have that one available because they think that that's probably maybe the one that's going to sell better. Plus, it's his classic brushing the hair wind pose and stuff.
Sure.
So I should actually ask Ant that myself. I almost wanted to ask him like, why did you do that? But I did. I don't want to ask necessarily. I think they decided to make it deluxe because I think they think that's a version that's going to sell out, or could sell most of the versions. And making that one, where it's just they do like 75 or something, I think there was some business decision in that a little bit. That's total speculation, guys, on my part. I have no inside information or anything like that. But it feels like, because, like I would just say, for instance, I'll use another fighting game one. The 1/3 scale Morrigan statue. The regular Indux are her classic colors and everything, but the special edition, one of the main differences, it's the Lilith based, like red based, all variant or player 2 coloration for her.
Yeah.
So it's still a little bit. That makes sense to me for being the limited edition one. Kind of just because it is still, even though it's still kind of the base costume, it's still a completely different look for her and stuff. So that's the only thing. But I get why, from a business decision, I think that makes sense where they have it be deluxe, because it's still going to have some extra swap outs and stuff. Same as the limited edition one's going to have. But it feels like, from an aesthetic point of view, that this one should be the regular and deluxe, and then the other one should be the special edition. But, it makes me wonder, are they going to do, because I am 100% certain they're going to do like Chun-Li and Cammy and stuff like that. And will they do the same thing? Will the, quote, original costumes and stuff? Of course, it makes me wonder the poses they're going to do for Cammy, considering how much controversy there was, especially around her original costume. But,
so, here's the thing: if they sold Cammy, if they made a new Cammy, right, and they put her in her red trench coat, like from, like they even made a new costume off of 6, so they do show that. It's something that I think it would sell well. It's something that people would want to see, and I really want to have them do a different version of her. Same character, but with a different costume. That would look really cool. And I don't see any of them with her saluting, like, ever. I thought that would be
like the Killer Bee salute.
Yes,
like,
yes.
But I'll tell you, Jimmy, if they're going to do, I think there's like a 99% possibility, because they're like, I know that Anta said they're doing Cammy as one of the, like they did the Chun-Li life size bust. I know they've said Cammy is going to be done like that because she sells. Chun-Li and Cammy sell. I'm willing to bet. I don't think I'm taking a shot in the dark. Probably of Street Fighter statue stuff or whatever for merchandising. They probably are some of the best sellers, maybe except for like Ryu or Ken or Akuma or something like that. Because at the end of the day, the hot chicks sell. And even Ann would tell you that. But if they do Cammy, I almost 100% her in this version, Street Fighter 6 version of her costume is going to be the Archie back win pose or pose, and then she's going to be in the classic costume in like kind of the butt first turn these things.
Peace sign.
I am 100% certain, unless I say this and Ann is watching right now and he goes, bleep that bald-headed fool boy. Marvel vs.
These are 2 of my top 3 all time. The other one is Super Street Fighter 2. But these 2, this first of all, 5 was trash. Right. Well, Jimmy's the expert. He would know, but
5 was.
I love this. And this, oh man, I played this for days on end. Like I would live on this.
That game's great, man.
Okay, so Freddie, Freddie, on the Capcom versus SNK, I don't know if you're aware, but that game is hard to find on PlayStation. You have a rare bird there, sir. It's hard to get.
Oh, really? Okay.
It is
hard to get. For all these remasters and stuff that they do, those 2 games, the Capcom versus SNK, are ones that need like a $30 online playable remaster.
I would get this. I would get it.
Now I know probably it's not going to happen because of licensing or mumbo jumbo or whatever, but those 2 games would absolutely, and then some rebalancing maybe from them. Would be absolute, especially like effing Gonitz or not Gonitz, but Rugal in that effing game. God, I hate Rugal most of the time. Sorry, that's just my bad experiences from King Fighter 95 back on my Saturn back in the day.
Great game.
But I think it's great to see, because I'm actually getting the Morrigan Darkstalkers 3rd scale.
I love that piece. Congrats.
I got the
great one.
Yeah, I have no idea where the hell it's going to go because it doesn't go with literally anything I own because everything else is Batman. Everything literally is Batman. I get
Hey, my 1/3 Berserk. It's the one-off I have in the room, and that's your one. That's your one Darkstalkers piece right there. Boom, you got it. That's what I did. Worked out perfectly.
But that's why you're the I know you're Godlike statues, but you're Jimmy the Iron Man.
Hey, what makes you say that?
No, I don't know. It's like just like I want to call Alan the beautiful display man because he's got like the best display I've ever seen. But I think that what you were saying for PCS I love is. Am I going to always say I think some of their statues are as nice as some of the Prime ones or something? I think some of the Prime ones look better at different points there. And I don't mean just the old PCS. Like old PCS I know had a tendency to go towards the bottom of the toilet bowl sometimes for inequality before Ant owned it. But what PCS does is they do different stuff you're not going to see from Prime 1, PCS, Queen, J&D. They're going to try and do so, and they're going to do them in different scale or different price point because, like you said, maybe most of your collection is 3rd scale, but you're not seeing Ghostbuster statues. But for I'm not going to try and put Freddy on the thing here, but you're probably going to be able. You're probably going to be able, just to put it in context. You're probably going to be able to get all 4 of those 1/4 scale Ghostbusters, which are going to be good. Probably good head sculpts. I'm not going to say necessarily great, but good. You can get the deluxe. You're going to be able to get the deluxe version of all 4 of those. Probably the Demon Dogs and Gozer for probably less than Freddy is paying for, by a little bit. I'm just busting on Freddy here because I own J&D pieces too, so I just understand how expensive they are. that doesn't take away from how great they are. But I'm just like putting like if you don't like you like Ghostbusters, but maybe you're not something you would want to buy like
good prices, man.
You know,
Good
third scale like $1,500 statues, but you can get all four. They're doing all the Ghostbusters, doing Gozer, and I don't know how many Demon Dogs or whatever they're going to do. But
which is why I'm scared, man. Because like every time I'm just like I feel I'm like it's coming for me, man.
Yeah.
Like,
well, here's what I would say, Fred. If you got like, because I don't know if you got a Freddy, but like, you know, I know some of you guys may not want it. You might be Ghostbusters fan, but you're not like, I'm not going to buy a huge statue line or like whatever. But like if you own maybe like this, I'm being hesitant here to say stuff because I'm worried about putting things in Freddy's brain. But Ghostbusters, like you could get those 4 statues, like those can be your Ghostbusters. And then if you have that Ecto 1 from Afterlife, like that can be the centerpiece of it.
I have
them.
Yes.
Yeah. You could have the statue. I'm going to shut up now because I don't want to put.
No, speak, man. You know, hey, man, you enable somebody else.
You can literally. Trust me, it's not other people I'm worried about, Freddie. I'm worried you coming after me like 2 years from now saying blatantly, you put stuff in my brain. You have that in the center. That's like your centerpiece, like on your shelf. And then because those Ghostbusters aren't super ridiculously huge, you could probably fit them around there. So it's like they're your quote figures because we're never probably, who knows when we'll see. God, sorry, don't do it.
Well, you know what? I might have to because I feel like those Blitzway ones that I've wanted forever are like almost unattainable.
Right. Well, no, see, Freddie, this is the thing. I would tell you buy the statues. You know why? Because they're going to cost about the same amount, maybe a little bit more with shipping and stuff, than trying to buy the stupid Blitzway by themselves.
Yeah.
So what's the point of buying like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever year old figures when you can look at them, or maybe you don't get the deluxe ones. You say like $100. Get the regular ones because it's got Egon and all the, you know,
more presents too.
All the, So they do lines like that, which we don't normally get, but we had this announcement. So I had a question for this, Jimmy. Do you know what Tweeterhead? I was going to actually ask because I saw this. You guys know. So is this basically going to be like a 3rd scale statue, but just like half the body, basically?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Yeah.
Okay.
I did want to bring this up because it was something that was shown recently. And they're making like little accent pieces, right? Like 1/3 scale bust to put next to some other pieces. Marcos, I think you had an idea with your Detective 1000. Can you break that down? And what do you think about this?
Yeah, and I will get to that point, Jimmy, but people were saying, man, too much Batman this, but let's be real. PCS did a 1/3 Batman lab. We will all be excited for that. There's no doubt. Exactly. So, like, there's never enough 1/3 Batman or 1/4 Batman. Let's get that out of the way, guys. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, for like the 1/3 bust, say you want to splurge on one piece, like say like a Say's Cheese Joker or a Hush, a Superman 1/3 or whatever big 1/3 piece, but you don't have the funds or space to get the other pieces around it, you know, like a Doomsday versus Superman Dio, you know, 1/3, like that thing's huge, obviously. So the good thing about this is like you don't have the space or the money, or it's expensive. You get like one of those big pieces, like Detective 1000 over there, and then you just put these around it. Put them on pedestals, like not pedestals, but what do they call them? Like risers.
Yeah.
And put them around, like you can get like 6 villains or 6 villains and 2 heroes right next to them. And I think it'll make a nice display. I don't know for sure, but I think it would, you know, in my opinion. I hope that, and it's going to be a cheap price. It's not going to take up space. And what he said basically is that they're going to do a lot of characters. So like characters that you don't usually get, or characters, you know, that are just be cheaper prices. So it's a cool idea for sure. And great price point. So I'm not going to get any of them, but yeah.
Yeah, Aiden has a good point. You know, he's talking about there's no such thing as too many different characters with different versions, but plus companies keep improving your collection. But look, there's so many great character pieces out there right now. But Marcos, I really love that idea you were talking about last week, and if you did that, bro, that would look amazing.
What?
around the little accent pieces around the Clifton 1000. That would look really good. I thought. I can't really see this fit in your collection, Alan. What do you think about this?
It's too small.
Yeah,
I was looking at this as like, come on, man, this is child's play.
It's a hot toy. That's what Alan looks at it like. Nah, I'm playing.
No, I think Tweeterhead's killing it with almost everything they touch lately is just great. I'm getting out of comic stuff,
right.
and heading more into movie and manga kind of pieces.
Yeah,
but this is great. I think talking about Tweeterhead, I think one of my favorite line that they're doing is their Masters of the Universe.
okay.
I know that's kind of off topic, but that line has kind of like got my attention for a long time. I can't go down that rabbit hole. I just can't. I'm going down too many rabbit holes the way it is. But yeah, they're killing it. And these 1/3 busts, I love them.
Yeah, I do too. I really like the direction Tweeterhead is going. I have not reached out to them yet, but I plan to this year, and just to bring them on and talk with them a little bit about, what their new line looks like, what their direction's going with, and just some of these pieces they have coming up. I really want to see this painted, but Noah, this is a smaller piece. Do you think you can fit this in your collection somewhere, or do you like these?
I probably could, but it's probably not a line I'm going to go with. I think it's good that they're doing it. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this, and especially anybody that goes all in on it that has a smaller shelf to put them on. I think they're all going to line up really nice. But I think it would look kind of out of place with some of my stuff because I've kind of gone the bigger route too with a lot of things. So
you ain't lying.
Yeah,
you got some big pieces coming. You got some big pieces coming. I didn't ask you. So, did you think about doing that Dio from Prime One with Batman and Joker? Did you ever give that more thought?
Oh yeah, I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, I just it's just mustering up the energy to box up and sell a few things if I can. It's one of those things where I really would have to sell a few things first and get reasonable money for them for me to consider it. So
yeah, I did it.
most of the time I just buy stuff and then I sell a few things to go, well, hopefully I can get rid of them. But I just figure it out later. But in this case, I'm like, that's some serious real estate, 3 giant boxes and all that. So I'm like, man, I just need to commit and get rid of a couple things and then I'll be fine with ordering it. So but I'm looking at a lot of stuff right now. So
Jimmy dove in head first, 2 Predator pieces one night.
Well,
6 boxes. You got 6 boxes you have to take care of.
Well, I kept thinking about, okay, well, if I go with one Predator in one of my favorite movies of all times, why not go with both of them? Because that's my second favorite, in the Predator line in the films. And I just had to have it. And the third one will be up in the air. My hope is that this year that they announce we're making a 1/3 scale Dutch to go with the Predator line.
They won't do it.
Man, I have hope.
It'd be stupid if they don't. I don't understand.
Man, do you know how much that would sell? Like,
They would sell the hell out of those pieces. They'd be gone.
Oh,
yeah, they would sell the hell out of that.
Get them a bunch of accessories like switch outs, guns, everything.
So, can you see
that? Like they've been listening to collectors a little bit more lately. So I would be optimistic about it. I think they might do it.
They're not like J&D, They don't listen. But yeah, it's somewhat listening to people. That's good.
I agree. So, Freddie, if they made Dutch, would you consider getting the Predator with that?
100%.
Okay.
I'm sticking to my guns. I've been saying that for a while. I'm like, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the greatest action hero ever. Yeah. And to me. And I feel like there is, yes, the character Predator is cool, even when some of the movies are not that good. But I mean, there is no Predator, man, without Arnold. Like, I need that Dutch. Like, he's the GOAT. Like, I'm saying he took down the first one as far as what was recorded in cinema. The Predators, I know they just did the show that goes further back. I think it's further back in the past or whatever. But like, I need a Dutch, man. I was like, I don't understand it. You pump out like 8 Predators and no Dutch. I'm like, are you telling me as a company? To me, I'm like, it's got to be licensing, because there's no way you don't think to yourself, if we put out a Dutch, this is gonna sell. It will sell, like 100%. I'm like, you gave us a Terminator that has us like this. Like, we get no Dutch. Like, are they not trying to do it? You know, I mean, we don't know because they're
Are
not
they
saying
saving
nothing.
it for like the very end or something?
I'm
I
hoping,
don't know.
you know, but it's
That's
just
what I'm hoping too.
it makes no sense, man, to just like not do a Dutch. Like, I would have put out a Dutch already. You've already put out like what, 7 Predators, 6 Predators. I'm like, come on, you know. So, but yeah, I'm 100% getting it.
Hey, we got a
I
Conan
won't
coming though.
even wait.
So I remember Ant saying that, I think on Chasen's channel or Payne's channel, that the license is expensive, but like, come on, Prime One, like
They're
you already got him in Terminator, like multiple scales. Pay the
Yeah.
extra money for Dutch. Like, come on. If you can't
Hey,
do
man,
Dutch,
And
they
you could-
deal with Square Enix's licensing fees
Oh
because they
my
put out that like $12,000 6 scale.
Well,
Yeah.
did you
That's
guys
fine.
hear
Get me started
So
with
supposedly?
that.
they can handle it. It'll be all right.
Did you guys hear supposedly? I guess Ann and PCS may have the license or be doing a General Maximus.
who's that?
That would be great.
Russell Crowe from
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Gladiator.
that'd be nice.
I can definitely see that, and I definitely see it being good too.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing Conan, Arnold Conan.
He said 1/4, I believe, for the Gladiator, Russell Crowe.
Yeah, maybe, but they're doing a half scale Conan the Barbarian.
For
I
sure.
know, man. If that thing was like 1/3, man, I'd be all over that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just that's a lot of Arnold in your day, man.
Yeah,
Like-
I can't do that.
Yeah, I know, but it's one of those things where it's like I just wish they made the Predators $1,000 cheaper, and then I could actually buy a couple of them. Because, dude, I can't tell you guys how much I want that Scar.
You got 3 days left. Oh no, he's not out yet.
Yeah, I want that Scar Predator from AVP, because the AVP Predators, my
Mhm.
favorite Predator of all time is Wolf. Like, he's my favorite Predator. I
Really?
don't care if he's.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
I do not care. Well, I consider Predators the worst Predator movie of all time. Or no, excuse me. Let me back that up. The Predator is the worst Predator movie of anything of all time. But I admit, at least that movie, I can see
Yeah.
what is happening. Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem has my favorite Predator that I can only see about 40% of what he does actually in the movie,
Yeah.
because it's too effing dark. Which is doubly a thing because it's got some of the best aliens that they ever made,
Yeah.
like costumes and suits, and also has the Pred alien and stuff, like where you can say, "Hey, look at a promotional picture where there's lighting and you can see it. Holy shit, that final battle between those two looks like it's going to be awesome."
Okay.
That was the best look you had of the battle of the entire thing.
Like, if you can see
and there
it.
were guys in the background of it.
So, I mean, what if Prime One did this? They did a 1/3 scale Dutch, and the switch out would be the mud version, to where he's full of mud, and the other switch outs would be where he doesn't have mud. 2 torsos, one with his clothing on, one without, and then one full of mud.
That would be cool.
That would sell
man.
out. It
Who
would
would
sell
not buy that
out.
as a Predator fan? Like, look at Alvin over there. He's got his pocketbook ready. He's ready to get it. Like, he wants it.
Dude, even if
I
they
would
had to
get
do
it.
some,
I'll buy both versions.
Yeah.
I would too.
Honestly, even if they had to go some weird licensing stuff where, because Arnold appeared as Dutch, like slightly older in the AVP, the Predator Hunting Grounds video game, but they actually had his full likeness and the whole thing. Where if they had to use something like that as the basis, this is slightly older Dutch hunting and fighting predators in that 4v1 style game or something.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
That'd be so
that could work. Kind of like what they did with Blade, kind of like Mask. The PCS, they kind of masked Wesley Snipes.
Well, yeah, but Dutch in the video game literally has Arnold's likeness. They had the license to use his actual physical likeness, but it's supposed to be Dutch like older after the events of the movie. But it's one of those things. It's one of those unicorn things, kind of, where you're right. We get all this Terminator stuff, but like
which is
that,
great.
That
Which is great.
Terminator 2 is
Yeah.
great, yeah.
Mhm.
But getting, I've said, the figures that are coming, the Kojin for
Right.
J&D 6 scale.
Mhm.
You know who I said that I would have rather, like I said, what a character would have been so awesome to do, like for the first figure. I'm not saying actually would have made sense. I understand why Ledger Joker is being done because he's going to sell, because he's known, especially there. But I said, if you want to show off the new body, what would have been a perfect character to do? Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan.
Yeah.
Like from the original movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's a
Yeah.
I mean, he's a recognizable person. Now, you have to be an older person to get that. So I understand why they did. Like, I understand the actual logistics of why that wouldn't really work. But I said, if you're going to show off a body like that for using silicone, like, or that it can stand up to be imposed or something, to me, that's like that would be the perfect, where you have him more bundled up, or you have him more like, from the sword, where he's, obviously showing more of his torso, all that stuff, like from the sword posing scene and everything, from like, he would be a great character to do, or something like that, or something if you're showing up. But like, not getting Dutch, not getting, dude, just, I don't know, do a John Matrix.
Yeah, I mean,
Matrix and Bennett. I mean, that would be awesome, man.
Well, I think everybody wants this character, but I think, trying to get, I think they need to just work out this licensing thing. I know that it's very challenging for them, but they've done Terminator, and I think they can do this if they really, just try to move forward with this deal. Because if they did, it would sell out. I mean, it would.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're not too scared of. Well, I mean, easy for me to say. I'm on this end, but I'm hoping they're not too afraid of like the money, in terms of like, oh well, we don't know. I'm like, no, we will buy it.
Exactly.
We'll even pay the markup.
You don't have to. It's still one I think do where you can do. I know it's like, maybe if they were doing this 5 or 6 years ago, being able to do it where they could do an ES of like, I don't know, 900 or something, and it would mostly sell out, if not, even if over a little period of time, like over a year or two, it would sell out. But even if they did an ES of like, I mean, how big was the one for? I haven't looked. What was the ES for the like deluxe edition of the Cyberdyne shootout final shoot?
Oh, I don't even
shootout
know.
one.
Yeah,
and then the final battle. The final battle damage one.
Alan, are you aware of that, Alan? What the ES was on that one?
I don't remember the ES. I did. Yeah, I just
wanted number $299, I think.
I just jumped in on the PO. I didn't really care about the ES.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, for getting Dutch, which is not obviously
it was
his
like $299.
Yeah, Arnold's. I know the character of Dutch is not as iconic as the T-800, because there were multiple movies with Arnold being that, even if different ones being that character. But Arnold, you can still sell that as Dutch, because Arnold and his likeness is an iconic thing. Like I said, we could see him as being a Conan figure, or we could see him Dutch, or do a John Matrix, or or do his character from freaking Last Action Hero. People are going to know it's like the 5 faces of Arnold. It's like, Clint Eastwood's had that figure line done. They're all like Western versions of him practically, but we all know who he is. Just do him and call him Dutch, and we're good to go.
We're hitting that 2-hour mark, but I did want to ask the panel, one thing is that what piece do you want to see made in 2024? And then also, do you have something in your cart that you have just been, man, I really want it, but I just don't know. I'm just not sure of it. Noah, do you have one in your cart that you're just thinking about, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet? And then what piece do you want to see?
I got like 3 in my cart, actually.
Well, pick one. Pick one.
So,
pick one. Oh, Noah, getting fancy.
All right, so the Alita Motorball diorama, I'm strongly considering. I really like that one. I might get that. I'm just trying to make some room for it. And then, like I said, I got the Sume Luffy bust coming, and I just think some of these other ones would look so great with it. I've seen them in a lineup, and Big Bad Toy Store has these majorly on sale right now, so I'm considering them. So I mean, the Saitama bust for $800. They got the Natsu bust for $1,100 when I went for like 1,500 plus shipping. So
That's
yeah,
impressive.
just a few things I'm looking at, but I think my number one prospect would definitely be the Alita Motorball
I've been looking at that
diorama.
OPM bus for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an $800 shipped that's a great price. So
Yeah. That's a good
but
deal.
but the scary part about those busts is they come in like crates, like giant crates, and I don't know where I would put those. I've seen videos of them, and it's just like, man, it's insane how big those boxes are. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, that's a great piece. So, I mean, I'm not sure if you're on the edge, but for the price, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Alan, I really want to know what's in. I mean, you have so many pieces coming, but what's one that you want this year, and then maybe what's in your cart right now, like one item.
Well, I don't have anything in the cart. I pulled the trigger on everything that I wanted, so there's nothing in the cart. Carts are empty.
Okay, nothing's in the cart. Okay, and nothing you want done this year that they haven't
Well,
done yet.
I've got like 16 or 17 POs coming.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm like, no, you know what? I'm really not looking for anything new.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I've got the two Terminator pieces from Prime One,
Mhm.
the T100 and the Endo.
Yeah.
Got the life-size bust coming of Arnold from, I even forgot, who's that? Infinity, or is that Queen? I don't even remember.
Oh my god. I thought Infinity. I think. Yeah. So you got a lot.
Yeah, dude, I just have a lot of pieces. I made a list of them the other night. I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do?
Hey, that's a lot of live unboxings, man. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Man, you got some great pieces coming. I can't wait to see some of these displayed. I know you're working on new things right now, Alan, to get that stuff worked out. So when your
Yeah.
new pieces come, you'll be able to set them up properly, get everything together. So
Uh,
really looking forward to that.
Yeah, thanks. Just got Ellen Ripley in.
Oh, you did?
I did.
You did?
Opened it up, checked it out. It's beautiful.
Dang. Okay.
I really like it. I was surprised.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
the base is like, the base is nuts.
Right.
The way they did the base, it's got a light up feature, and then it's got that infinity looking down into the mirror. You can like see the floors of the building, beneath her. They just knocked that out of the park. I was really super happy with it.
What a great piece, man. I've always loved it. I know there were some questions about Ripley's likeness. Maybe she looked a little young. What do you think? Since you own it now.
I don't think she looks too young. I think she's appropriate for that movie.
Okay, perfect.
Face it, that was a while ago. She was a lot younger then.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
And they even did little sweat droplets on her forehead.
Wow.
So the detail is there. It's the mixed media is on point. I couldn't find a flaw with that piece.
Mm-hmm. I think they actually did. I could be wrong. I think they did do a portrait update to make her a little older.
They did.
I think, yeah. So like, I remember the first one was kind of younger, but like, I think I think I could be wrong. Like I said, that they did do that, but it does look good from what I've seen people's in hand. So
I mean, they did do an update for that. I do remember. But congratulations, Alan, because every time I see that piece, I really love it. I don't know where I would ever put it, but I really love it. So, Marcos, what do you got in the cart, buddy? Let me know.
I'm kind of like Alan. Whenever I see something, I at least put a deposit on it, So there's that. But I do have a piece that I always hope for every year, is a Smoker One Piece statue from either Jim A. Palace or unlicensed company, like Last Sleep or Sume, anything like that. So a Smoker is he's my favorite character in One Piece.
That'd be awesome.
Always hope for it. Will never happen probably. But we got a fucking carrot statue. Like, what the hell? And we don't get a Smoker?
Sumi put up a really nice Yamato.
Yeah, Yamato, yeah. But like the thing is, that carrot piece is awesome too. I'm like, why the fuck did you put that much effort into a fucking carrot? But
is it her transformed or regular?
There is one piece actually. I was talking to Freddie this week about it. is that Satana 1/3 Deluxe. I've been looking at that, and I have a pretty good idea with the art print too right behind it. But it just I don't know if it will fit my 1/3 Batman line at all. Like it kind of does, but not really. So that's the thing. Me and Chris were talking about it, and I just didn't want to pull the trigger. Honestly, like it just.
So, Marcus, let me ask you: is Last Sleep one of the best anime? Distributors, licenses that they put out because they make some amazing.
No, they do really good stuff. They're definitely like when they put out something, people are like, oh shit, like they're about to, like when they tease something,
okay,
people get hyped up, and especially if it's characters, people like Goku or like a One Piece character like Luffy and stuff like that. People definitely get excited. They're one of the best ones. Alex, they do a lot of variations of scales. They're good. Damn, there's just so many. I can't think of the top of my head. Studio, they do good stuff. There's just a lot of licensed companies, honestly.
Okay.
Do good stuff, yeah. But like definitely Last Sleep they're up there for sure. One of the better ones.
Yeah, I really love them. They got some really good ideas. Freddie, what do you got in your cart, man? What do you want to see in 2024? Like, what is one thing you want to see?
Well, I have a bunch, but this one is at the top.
Come on, spill it.
Of the list. We spoke about it, but
I thought Freddie was just gonna say I'm already broke for like 20.
I'm gonna do which is show you my pain, and I just look and stare at pictures for a minute, and I break it down.
Oh yeah, okay.
I am not going to enable Freddie on this. I don't mind enabling Freddie, but
come on, Freddie. I did it. You're next.
I love it. I love it too, man.
Right next to that bus, I can already imagine it.
Yep,
man.
Art print. I know you got art print. Right?
That's the thing, man. I'm like, I got because it's like when I before I rest my head at night and I look at this, I'm like, I'm ready to get in that bus. I'm like, do I really need another one?
The bus is clean. His face is clean. This is the battle damage you need, and then you need the endoskeleton on the other side.
Here we go.
Those three.
That was second on my list. The endo.
I like how we just easily go, this is truly statue collector channelness, where we go from helping someone just to spend like $2,000 to easily spending $6,000 before we even know it, like within a minute. It's like, hey, it all work out just fine, man. Go for it.
Well, okay. So look, I mean, I really love this piece. I really do. But do you see it going somewhere in your collection to where you can display it with the bust, or do you think the bust is enough? Or you know what I really love is to have the endo and that together. That's what I would love to do. But what do you plan on doing? Get all three? Just kidding. Go ahead.
Well,
that was so subtle there.
Well, at least at least someone's a voice of reason chasing saying don't do it, because that's what.
This is up to
because
you.
Because his thought process is the same as mine, right? It was like bust or nothing. That's how I saw it, But then again, the evil angel over here, Alan, he's like, yeah, man, but it's the battle damage. It's just like, yeah, you have the bust. That's clean. You need the battle damage. Look at the eyes, man. The eyes, man. Are you gonna get the endo arm with that one? Right?
When is another company going to come out with pieces that complement one another like this?
Exactly. There we go. That's your voice of reason.
Wow.
And hey, Freddie, the thing is really then, Freddie, see, the big thing is though, you're gonna have the bus, you're gonna have the regular, and then you're gonna have the battle damaged Arnold. So you have to get the Anderson skeleton to make sure you represent what's actually under all that dermal tissue.
For sure.
So you have to get that too, because you got to make sure representation of everything is there for all the cyber organisms in the world.
regardless of representation, it just would look cool together.
Yeah.
Let's be real, guys. It would look awesome having that big ass bust with that big ass 1/3 with all those accessories on the 1/3. Like, come on, let's be real. It'll just look good. And that's
Yeah,
your.
I knew this
You
was
said
gonna
that's
happen.
your favorite IP. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you did kind of say that actually. I now that I think about it this afternoon. You did say that he might come and
Yes.
get you. You were worried.
Well, look, just
What-
think about this. that
What
you
I
have
what I
time.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What I did, man, I wish if the, I mean, I really would have preferred the shootout, but that price point is like, you know, because you get all the weapons and stuff with the shootout, and you get like different stuff. But even though I think that this piece is the definitive one, right? Because you get 2 scopes, among other things, you get the endo arm, which is that. I think it was on my list. I was thinking later. I was like, I would want to hunt down the endo arm from Blitzboy. And then I could just put that next to it and call it a day. That's what I kind of wanted to do. Have the Blitzway endo arm. Like if I put that right next to it as a proximity piece, like to me, I'm done.
Yeah.
And it comes with the chip.
That's cool.
I was like, I'm good. You know, but I'd have to call in favors and try to find that. But
Well,
yeah,
you're
so I mean,
amongst
those are the
friends.
two.
Yeah, you're amongst friends, and I know we're running out of time. We'll do myself, and then we'll do Lane. But I'll do mine first, real quick. We're almost out of time. But I'll do one. Is everybody knows that I really want the endo skeleton from Prime 1. That's one that's in my cart right now. I don't know where the hell it would go, but I really want it. And my another thing in my cart, I'll just do that because I don't know what piece I'm looking forward to this year that I want made, is Maestro. And
Okay.
Which one?
about,
Which one?
Oh,
version B.
Okay,
so-
so the one with all the stuff. Mhm.
of course, got to be B.
I thought about investing into this and then leaving it in the box until my new home is built,
Yeah.
and then putting it on a huge, crystal, somewhere in my man cave. But I'm not 100% sold quite yet. But I'm on the urge of getting that. I really am. And all I need is one message to Ben, and I'll be able to pick that up. But I'm thinking about it.
Great piece, great piece. It's a ginormously. It's a statement piece, that's for sure. Like when people come in your house and they see that piece, like, what the fuck, man? This is.
That's like the freaking like war tank or something.
Yeah.
Like
Or
space
Hulkbuster,
consumption.
which Jimmy has.
And
Dude.
look, this will be one standalone piece, like in probably near my theater room that I'm going to have built. But I want more movie pieces, but I don't have any comic pieces lined up that I am aware of. This is one that I think would be good. Maestro is my pick of the year for statue of the year for me last year. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
We're almost we're about out of time. But Lane, what's in your cart and what are you looking forward to?
Oh, in my cart is Harley Who Laughs. That thing's been sitting
yeah.
in there for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Like
it.
that's
Two of us already have it. So do it.
I have a
great one.
clear idea of kind of what statues I'm considering. Now, this is not including a premium format like Hello Dazzler. I'm looking at you because I saw the feet for that from the giveaway, like 70s Dazzler, and I just went, the utter absurdity of that statue is probably going to make me buy it. But Harley Who Laughs is like, that's been the one since like, I don't know, what was it, like a year even before it officially went up for pre-order when they first showed it. And I was just like, oh yeah, that looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that one. That's been sitting there for a while, but originally I was just going to get the regular version because I just was like, I just want the one alternate portrait, and about half of the deluxe portraits I don't like. Like I don't like half.
Yeah, that's what I went with. Yeah.
But the thing that's holding me back, the other one that's not actually out for pre-order, but I'm considering I might get that one instead, is the Cyberpunk Harley, because that's art guard. That's the main thing. I wouldn't normally consider it because that's
like
much
that.
more the Harley Who Laughs is at least based off covers and from in the comic stuff. But Cyberpunk is just that's more a concept piece more than anything else. Plus, it's got like the cyborg hyena. They both got the hyenas, 2 different versions of them. But I need to see the price point for the Harley, and I am going to get one of them. One of them is getting pre-ordered. I want to wait till then I can really look at. And the big thing why I'm considering Cyberpunk is I don't know if anybody can tell me, like, is XM ever going to finally put out their King Batman Who Laughs statue?
You know what?
I'm wondering if that piece has been canceled or not. Because I'm getting to the point where I might cancel it because I'm getting tired of waiting for it. And I might use the space where I put that to get the Cyberpunk Harley.
Lane, I'm going to ask about that, and I'm also going to ask about King Robin.
King.
Yeah, Robin King. Yeah, I'm going to ask about those.
But those are really late, really late now. They're like a couple quarters late.
That, my friend, that is on the list. I promise you. Just so you know, that's on the list for my movie stuff.
So,
but
Jimmy, before we go, I had a question for you because I know you collected some Hot Toys figures.
Maybe
I'm wondering, well, quarter scale.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But would you consider getting that 6 scale Mark II that just came out 2.0?
It's funny. I had it as a topic tonight. I did. But I'll we'll end it here. But I'll go ahead and just give my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. I really love it. I really love everything about it. The problem with me is that I don't really care for Mark II too much. That's probably the only Iron Man suit I don't really like as much. But look, I thought it was great. It's just not the one I would get. But I do love it. I do. There are a few companies right now making a few different Iron Man that I just cannot live without. And there should be an update on it very soon, and it's going to be Mark V. So they're working on that, and it's incredible because it hasn't come out of the suitcase. And when I saw that, I ordered it immediately. I was at conference in Vegas, and I stopped everything. Whoa, let me hang on, and I got it ordered. So I want to make sure I got that. But look, we're past the 2-hour mark. Look, I want to thank everybody for getting on. Make sure you send me a message, Kamoya. I'll make sure I get you paid out. We're going to have more giveaways coming. We have guests coming on to join us in the future. We're having an unboxing of JMD's Wonder Woman, thanks to Freddie. We have an incredible giveaway from Noah coming up. It's going to be awesome to see, and for all of our viewers. Also, coming soon, in about 4 weeks, we will be doing a live unboxing of Predator Prime 1/3 scale.
Cool.
That's going to be an amazing unboxing, and I'm looking forward to that. I have a spot ready for it. I'm on the hunt for the bust, but there's other things that take priority before that, but I'm going to get that piece with it too. It's fantastic. I can't wait to get it all set up and get everything together. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight, and I will see you on next Friday. And until then, have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Thanks everybody. Stay godlike. I'll see you.
Take care, everybody.